this is TwixBreyerStables here, and I am here to talk about the Breyerfest special runs for Breyerfest 2011. So first we'll start off with Gruff right here. Gruff, I've been hearing that everyone does not like Gruff, like it scares them or something, but I really like the color and the pattern on him. And since I'm a fan of like all these weird different types of animals, and I really like hooved animals, I think Gruff is a pretty good example of a new thing to Breyer horses. I mean, they're bringing out a new feel to all these different horses into Breyer horses, making molds of different types of hooved animals. I mean, they've done like bulls and other animals like that, but Gruff is like a goat. And I haven't really seen a Breyer goat. Well, other people have, but myself, I can't say I have. And not many people like him, and I just think that's kind of sad, you know? And next, onto the porcelain, which is Aurora. And she is such a beautiful Breyer. I mean, look at her shading on her legs, and look at all of the porcelain. The dapples on her hindquarters and on her shoulder right there. And then when they made her a unicorn, I didn't really expect that. I didn't even know she was a unicorn until I was watching some videos and I saw that she was a unicorn. And I'm like, wow. And then all this little detailing, I just love that. It makes her color really come out. And then Wish on a Star. Now, this isn't one of my favorite molds. Don't get me wrong, it is a pretty good mold, but I really don't like this mold in general. It's not one I would really like to add to my collection, but I do like the dappling and the mapping and the pintoiness. That's made up word. But and then the sock right there too. Wish on a Star. Well, for people who like this mold, I think this would be a great addition to their collection. But for people like me, I really don't like this mold, but I love how they did the coat colors. Moving on to Once Upon a Time. I like this mold in general, which is opposite of the one I just talked about on Wish on a Star. But the thing about this mold, I really like this one because I like the horses that are in the running or the moving position. The running, moving gait, whatever. But the thing is, I don't really like how they did the shading up here and not a lot of shading back here. That's just my opinion. But I think that'd be a good mold for someone to show at a live show or anything else. But in my opinion, I think it all should have been either all this darkness or all this light, but not half and half. It's just like it's cut off right here, if you know what I mean. And then Under the Sea. I love this mold. I love it. The mold itself is very elegant, very beautiful. And then the coloring just makes the mold look awesome. And all this detailing right here, it'd be a good live show quality model, or it'd just be a good show model. But anyway, you could use this for basically anything except for the actual showing. You'd have to put it under unrealistic colors. But if you did that, I think it'd be a great show model. And you can see some of the darkness areas on here. I really love it, except the only problem I can find with it is I think they should have made the eyes more detailed or the shading a little more stand-outing. Again, I make up words, but they should have made the shading either stand out or take the shading almost away completely. But that's just my opinion. Other than that, I just love this mold. I love this model. Really good show model, I would think. But sad for me, I am going to the Breyerfest 2011. I will not be staying at the Holiday Inn North or any thing like that, but I will be staying in a town near Lexington. But the thing is, I'm not going to be getting any of these special runs. I am just stating my opinions on them. And hopefully I might get them if someone else is selling them. But if I do get one, I'd either get Under the Sea or Once Upon a Time if they are for good prices. Because I don't have that much money for Breyerfest, sadly, but I'm trying to save up. Anyway, going on. Hansel and Gretel. Now, if I had to choose between Hansel and Gretel or Under the Sea, I would choose Hansel and Gretel. I just love these molds. I know I've said that for Under the Sea, but I love these molds. The full and the mare companionship, and the dark and the light, the contrast. I love it. I would choose Hansel and Gretel, or Under the Sea, or Once Upon a Time. I was going to say Wish on a Star. But Once Upon a Time, or Under the Sea, or Hansel and Gretel, I would choose any of those three. Any of those three if I had to pick one. Hansel and Gretel would be my first, Under the Sea would be my second, and Once Upon a Time would be my third. And down to the stablemates. Fauna, she is a beautiful green color, and I like her eyes and hooves, and her tail right there, shiny. Then this is Flora. Again, the shininess and the pattern, and this is Merryweather. And this is Maleficent? Something like that. But I don't really like this one. It makes it look like a dark and evil horse. Ugh. If they wouldn't have made the eyes like red and made it like black like all the other ones, I know they're trying to go with like a fairy tale theme, but this is like not a good ending. It's just kind of out there. I don't really like it. But other than that, I really like all of these choices. I love them. So, I can't wait to see what I get in July. It's going to be a very awesome time for me because it will be my first time going to Breyerfest, and I hope to see you all there. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Subscribe and tune into all of my other videos. Thanks.